Hey y'all, so I am now a new member over at Patreon. So by clicking my Patreon link below and becoming a patron today, you will receive new and exclusive content. But all right, y'all, so let's jump right into this topic. So it is now official. The FDA has moved the tobacco age to 21. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article by The Hill. FDA officially raises tobacco buying age to 21. The move applies to all tobacco products, e-cigarettes, and vaping cartridges, and comes after President Trump last week signed a $1.4 trillion spending package that included a measure raising the tobacco buying age. Initially, it was unclear when the age change would take effect. The FDA had 6 months to amend their policies after Trump signed the bill into law, and then 90 days to put the change in place. However, the FDA said in a message posted on its website that the change is now in effect. It is now illegal for a retailer to sell any tobacco product, including cigarettes, cigars, and e-cigarettes, to anyone under 21. The website says. The FDA website says it was updated on December 20th, the day Trump signed the legislation. 19 states and DC had already raised the minimum purchasing age to 21 before the federal legislation. The federal measure had bipartisan support and was introduced by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Senator Tim McCain. So just imagine these 19 and 20-year-olds surprise, okay, when they go into the freaking store tomorrow trying to buy their regular tobacco products, and they have no clue that they're now not going to be able to buy them, and they've been buying them since they were 18. That's going to be really interesting. But yeah, people. So an 18-year-old can gamble. An 18-year-old can join the military and use AR-15s. An 18-year-old can marry an 82-year-old. An 18-year-old can watch and star in adult films. But where we draw the line is tobacco products. Now, granted, I promote health and healthy lifestyles, and I certainly don't believe it's a good idea for 18-year-olds to smoke or use tobacco products. I believe that, I was under the impression that we were supposed to be living under a small government, which that is like completely a fallacy. Oh my God. And not only that, but the freedom of choice. So yeah, that's just pretty much non-existent at this point. You're gonna have people that try to act like this is no big deal, but the fact of the matter is, when the people making the rules get to decide what is and what's not healthy for you, it only goes further and further. That's the main problem with this. And not to even mention that omnibus bills are completely criminal, I personally believe. Okay, this was passed in a freaking a two-part 2,200 page document. Oftentimes, these Congress people have anywhere between 24 hours to 3 days to review these documents. Y'all honestly think they're doing that? Seriously? Really? You really think that? I just showed y'all a guy literally watching golf during the freaking hearings, impeachment hearings. You have senators admitting that they don't have time to really get into these documents. And then you have these omnibus bills that literally, it's like soup. They just throw everything in, and then it allows these politicians to not be really held accountable for what they're voting for, because later down the line they can say, well, hey, I wasn't really voting for the age of tobacco to be raised. I was really voting for the funding for childhood development. So what did this bill have in it? Some of the things, tell me what these things have in common. Gun violence research, expanding visa programs, along with the border wall, terrorism risk and program, and like I said, funding for early childhood. What do all those things have in common? Other than the fact of we're all in this 2,200 page document. How they are able to get away with this and how everybody just acts like them signing a soup bill. That's what I'm going to call those now. Soup, maybe gumbo bill, because you just throw in a little bit of everything, okay? How they're able to get away with this and people just act like this is normal. The length of these documents and people just act like it's normal and they'll turn a blind eye to these things just because it's one or two things in there that they like. It's completely beyond me. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But if anything, I think they should pass legislation to not have these type of bills and documents introduced so they can actually focus, compartmentalize these things and handle them individually like they should be handled and do their freaking jobs. And they will probably have the time to actually do that if they would cut the freaking theatrics going on in DC. But I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. Leave your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.